Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Hightimes Cannabis Cup review with MiCannaCast. I'm CannaDave.
And I'm Groovee.
On this review, we brought in a special guest. His name's Kyle.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Kyle.
Yeah, honestly,
no problem.
we thought it'd be fun to get a person's perspective who doesn't grade cannabis every other day and do reviews. And like you do, but at home, right?
Yeah,
you know, everyone's always grading their bud.
Yeah.
But it's like they're not doing it on the podcast. So we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so thank you. And today we're going to be reviewing GhostBudsters Farms MAC1.
This is
entry in the
exciting.
medical hybrid. I don't know if I said that at the beginning, but medical entry in the hybrid category. And GhostBuster Farms, they came from Caregivers Medical. Now they're in the legal market. And I'm excited to try the flower. We haven't tried the flower yet, but we've tried their covert cups, which is infused or with GhostBuster Farms. And those covert cups are some of my favorite edibles out there.
Solid container.
So yeah, let's get into the review.
Solid container says it's got, where did it say? It said total cannabinoids is 27.525%. And then total THC is 23. CBD is 0.054. So it's got a little C in there, which is surprising. Okay. Solid container. Oh, wow. For some reason, I thought I was going to expect like a big ass nug, but just a little nug for a gram. Wow.
So dense.
Super dense. Smells like MAC1 when you open it up. I didn't get that MAC when I opened the container, but I definitely got it when I like bust that nug open. It smells exactly like the MAC that I was looking for. And tested date was 3/15.
So pretty fresh. Pretty fresh.
Pretty damn fresh. Like super duper fresh. Yeah, and as CannaDave said, the GhostBuster Farms are the people behind Covert Cups, which are excellent edibles. Excellent.
Yeah, they're some of my favorite.
I like the like opaque container.
Right.
It feels like almost like ceramic, right? It doesn't like feel like plastic, and it's minimal, which I like. But I feel like this right here like could kill freshness. This type of cat, you know. I have no idea though. The bud usually doesn't have this.
Well, and if you first time listen to our review, we do them out of 10. So that's kind of what we go through. 7 is like our C, range. I mean, I wish there was a little bit more on terpenes or like a QR code so I could see terpenes. They're really just kind of listing like the basics, which is cool, but it's like, to me, it's like about average, maybe a little above average because I like the packaging. Like I like the container itself because it's solid. I might actually keep it around. That's what I mean. Like I don't know if I'd always reuse packaging, but this one I probably would just because it's solid. But I think I'm only just going to go a little above average, like 7.5. You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. Like just a little above average because it was, it's a nice container. But
they do have a QR code.
Oh, they do?
I don't know if it just goes
you want to scan it? So
You
that might change my code. Yeah.
I was going to roll it up.
Oh, go ahead. Do it. You got the bud?
Yeah.
Do it.
So I kind of, I gave it an 8 depending on the QR code, but it's got a cool graphic on top of the lid, which is a guy getting sucked up through a UFO, which goes with the strain Miracle Alien cookie. So aliens, I kind of dig that a little bit for it. I wish I had terpenes listed, so I gave it an 8. It smells good. It smells like that MAC. Like Groovee says, you break it up. So I'm excited to see how it smells once it's broken up fully.
It's not working on my phone. I've been having...
Mine did that on another product too. I think on one of the other reviews.
But there's like a smudge on it, so it's like lighter. Well, either way, I mean, it could just go to their handles too, because it's by their socials.
That's what I didn't know. Yeah. Okay.
But
So
I'm gonna leave it where I was though.
The smell pops when this gets broken up. I know you want to smell it.
Yeah, I say when you open the container, it wasn't as like potent, but when you busted the bud open,
it smells good.
Let me smell it. Yeah.
It has like a natural smelling scent, right? Which I think like all buds can, right? No matter what. If
it
they
does
smell
have
like
that
citrus
MAC1 smell,
but it smells good.
It does have a light citrus. That's what MAC1 does. It has like an undercoat of limonene, but it's like got that like heavier like skunky type of. At least for me, that's what I get.
Yeah, definitely.
So what are you thinking, Kyle? Out of 10?
The smell.
Aroma and packaging. I don't know if you gave us packaging.
The packaging, I went 7.5 because I do feel like it is just average packaging, right?
Yeah, a little above average because it's nice. Like you like it. Like, I go basically off information. Like I like more info.
If it's biodegradable or recyclable, it's always.
Well, it is recyclable. Yeah. I mean, probably.
Like I guess the fact that it's like that it is not clear is big for me, right? I really like that.
Yeah, because then it's not ruining the.
Yeah, you're not. Sunlight's not.
That's a good point. That's actually a really good point.
As soon as you see, if I go to a dispo and I see that like the packaging is clear, I'm like, shit, because I have no idea how long it's been getting hit with that light.
It's a very
valid, Kyle, because it degrades it. It degrades the THC.
Might even give it an 8 because.
Well, dude, think of your seasonings, right? Like I'm in the kitchen all the time and I'm cooking and I get nice seasonings. Like I keep them in the cupboard, not out, because I don't want light hitting them. And if you get good supplements, like they're in opaque, dark containers, so it's like for the bud, it's the same thing. Like I don't want lights.
It affects the flavor. And aroma. I actually, when I first opened it, I was like, well, it doesn't smell like Mac, but once you busted it open, it did. So I'm going to give it like 8.5. It's definitely above. And again, I'm a sucker for, I like Mac.
I'm going to go 8 on the aroma because it was good and it does smell like the bud. It makes me think it's going to be good bud just from smelling it.
Right. Well,
and that's when I'm like, all right, yeah, that's worth it.
And if it matches too, I mean, which it should, usually flour does match, but concentrates don't always. But if it matches that flavor, like I'm excited.
Not always.
Because that's my favorite. No, I know, that's what I said, but tends to, I think more than.
We got Kyle here who's called that MAC1 out of the trash. This is where the trash originated from. This guy who's paying attention to some of our lives or some of our episodes. This is our buddy who we talk about.
I'll put him on full screen. So you see, this is the guy who started trash.
I'm honest. Dave grows good bud, and it's like sometimes it's unbelievably good, and you're like, it's like blows my mind. I'll like text him like a week after I get it, and I'm like, dude, this shit is insane. But that one, I was like, you did not win on this.
He hit the ball like a half a hit. And he was like, I'm
trash.
out.
I know. So funny. But I love the positive feedback, and that's why we brought you on, Kyle, for these reviews. So we'll be discussing the reviews. First couple, we each take a couple puffs. Here you go, Groovee.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's my first time actually smoking their flower in probably like a long time. I don't think I've ever even tried it, to be honest. Unless we got the Hightimes cup, and I'm blanking on if we did, maybe if they were there. But
is this like local to the area? Like, or are they like?
They started in the caregiver market.
The caregivers, so they're like medical, and then
it's got that Mac taste.
Yeah, it does. It's good. It's burned smooth on the first couple
puffs.
Reminds
me of that local Grove type of MAC1's taste.
That was one of our most flavorful, I think, of 2021 because we smoked that in the blunt. That was pretty good.
Yep.
Taste is the next.
Yep. And usually we do taste is like the first third, and then we have like a middle and then end of the joint. So kind of break it down into the thirds depending on how it tastes.
Look and feeling it, they look great. It was nice, frosty. It had purple hues to it, like the bag. You break it up a little bit.
Well, that's why I was shocked that it didn't have that same smell off the bud until you broke it up. Like when you broke it up, it really smelled like Mac. When you opened it didn't totally smell like Mac. It was a little bit more on that earthy side.
Okay, when I get bud in packages like that, from a dispo, I get worried because up until that first hit, I have no idea like if that bud feels like it was. I don't know if I'm saying this like in the right terms, but if it was like flushed correctly, right? Sometimes you hit it and you're like, oh my god, it doesn't taste natural.
It's got a slight oil line too coming.
Yeah, like this stuff, I hit it, I exhale, and it's like, okay, whether or not I like the bud or not is almost irrelevant half the time for me because it's like that to me tastes like what that strain is supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? That's how I feel it's supposed to taste.
It is. Well, I mean, I can promise you because every Mac I've had, like, this is the one that stays consistent, this flavor. Some of the other Macs will.
I'm curious if it's caps cut.
Well, I mean, is there any way to really know unless you know? Like,
unless we asked them,
Yeah, I'm going to give that. Now I'm going to give that taste a solid 8.5 for sure.
8.5. Well, that's basically a 10 on Kyle's ring.
Yeah. What would you give it on look and feel?
Look and feel, meaning like before it's broken up.
Broke it up. Like just if you honestly, I would probably give it a little extra on the look and feel because like if you just look at the trichomes and the density, like, it wasn't like that density where it was like a circle, like where it looked
like
PRG.
the PGR. No, it's nice bud structure.
But yeah, so I mean, it looks like it was actually more natural. So like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit. I'm gonna give it I think like a 9 if I just went off the look and feel. Like that was pretty nice. Now taste, I'm gonna give it a little love too because I do think you're not gonna get a huge oil line, but like it's like kind of how your smoke is. It's easier to pull through the whole time, But I think there's more flavor the full joint. So
that, but it's also not a cone too. So I feel like when you're getting oil line on regular joints too, that's great.
So I'm gonna go 8 on look and feel, 8.5. on, because I do like seeing buds that are like big and fluffy, but I realize that that's just like a bias because the strain is going to be dependent on how that turns out. Right. It's not it's not like all of it can be like huge fluffy nugs. Like some of it's going to be dense just based off strain. But like, so that's, I don't know. I feel like that wouldn't impact this. Overall, I do like this.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go a little above average on taste. It was a little harsher. Than I was expecting, but like I said, as you smoke through, like in the beginning, but like only because I feel like it was really easy to pull through. That's all. Not like harsh in the sense it was bad. It was just like I pulled through, so it smoked really fast.
I gave taste 8.5. It was pretty flavorful.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely above average. I like it hit. That's what matters. So
ash, I'm probably gonna be on the ash right around 8.5. It's
nice.
It's got a little bit of the resin line coming through.
Are you adding that in, like that resin line with your assessment?
We kind of put that with the ash. Yeah,
it's been ashing like from the get go as white ash, and it's been like to me, breaking really easily. Like
it's just that it's clean and it's easy to ash. Like really, like you ever get that stuff where it just like stays on and it's like hard to, and it's like you can barely pull through. It's like. This is like a nice balance. It's like a nice balance between resin and how easy it is to pull through. I'm a little more favored to the pulling through side, with the whiter ash. Some people don't like that. Some people want that heavy resin pull, which I totally get. It gets you like lit because you're smoking that more of that resin.
I understand that.
So it's kind of like, what do you
like? Preference, I prefer this. Like to me,
right, there you go. I feel like it feels like cleaner. I don't know how to say it.
Ash is going to get a 9
nice.
for me.
Nice.
Didn't even know. Didn't know. There you go.
I was curious how Kyle was.
I'm going to give that a 9. Well, I like that. I like it to be like airy because typically I'm not smoking like joint after joint after joint. And it's like I pack it into a bowl and hit the bowl once and then go on with my day and then come back to it and like do that periodically. And it's like, for me, I want the hit to be as clean as possible because it's like I'm not gonna get like 30 that day,
Okay, I hear that.
So I want it to be like that.
One thing I will say though is like the middle pretty much like tasted exactly like the beginning, and I really appreciate that. To me,
I agree.
You didn't get that. That's why sometimes that resin buildup will be a little too much because then by the middle it's altering the taste. Sure, you're getting like really high, but it's like I like that taste to stick through. So I'm gonna keep it the exact same 8.5.
I'm just looking up the value and price on it. I was actually shocked. I didn't realize. So I don't have the gram price, but we can break it down a little bit. I got the eighth. So I got the 8th price on it. It's at 38.
Oh wow, that's lower than I expected.
I would be happy with that.
I don't know what shop this is, but I'm just looking on Weemaps. But you can find.
I definitely pay. I've seen like
actually the 8th for MAC1, $38. You can get a pre-roll for 15, and the 8th is at. This is at Shango in Hazel Park, recreation.
Yeah, so you can get that's adult. No, that would be medical.
It's mixed. It's both. Shango's both, I believe.
Yeah, but this is on the medical side.
Correct. But if it sits on the medical side for so long, I think it can go the adult use though. Isn't that how it works too? No, that used to. I don't know. But to see that though, it's cool to see $38 for an 8th is not bad on the licensed market overall for some flower. That's pretty. I mean, that flower was really good.
Yeah, I would be happy with if I opened that and had an 8th of that.
Well, for that price isn't bad at all. I mean, that always affects my saying, but like I want to get in the end, it smoked through the whole pretty evenly. Like it really did.
All the way down. It did. I honestly think it didn't really drop off. The taste didn't really go away on it. It stayed about the same throughout.
I like that.
So now here's the thing. It stayed the same throughout. It almost makes you want to go like and give that a higher rating than like the middle and the beginning because that's a nice quality about it. Is that like you don't usually a lot of the times like you don't get to the end.
Yep.
And think like this still tastes great.
Right. Exactly. Price, dude. I mean, it's definitely above average though. Because like to me, I'll be honest, you could probably sell this stuff for 50, like and get away with it. Granted, it was like I said, it was a little harsh on the beginning side. Like I want to give it. I think it's a little bit more fair, but it's definitely above average. Because I've seen shit go for $50, $60 a grant or an 8th. Yeah, and that's not as good as this. And I mean, like I said, a little harsh, but like overall great smoke because it was even and it tasted like MAC1 the full way.
You could smoke it all the way down and the taste even. I think Kyle might even
I don't think harsh is the right word. I think what it was that it was easy burning. You know, it burned fast. It burned fast. So when you were pulling, you get
pulling. big hits. Like that's what happens when that happens.
That's why. Well, because I wasn't trying to say harsh. Like it was like because harsh sometimes refers badness. I just meant like you were pulling. It was like oh shit. Like,
but you know what though? Like honestly, like if I get bud that breaks up, how that broke up, it's like kind of dry and it breaks up into like a nice consistency. Like that's part of it. That's just part of it, anyways. Is like that level of the cure like produces like that type of like consistency. Because if I smoke stuff that you think is too early, which I like, you know what I mean? It's like a little heavier, but as time goes on, because we know I like nurse my weed. like by the end of it though, I expect like it to be like that. And it's just it changes as time goes on.
You're curing it the whole time too.
Yeah, exactly. You know, exactly. So I agree though. I like it. That was good. I was gonna give the end.
Just stuck between the smell because I think I kind of want to give it an 8 because it didn't smell off the bud, but it smelled so good. When
it popped, man.
So it's like it's kind of like this weird balance. It's an 8, 8.5, and I can't figure out what.
As soon as it cracked open, it popped
for the smell.
Yeah, as soon as it got grinded.
What do you guys say about the buzz? Because I think it's really nice. I'm feeling it kind of even, a little bit in the body, a little bit in the head.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it's like so heavy where I smoke one joint and knock me out, but it's enough where I feel it. You know, like solid. So I like it. I would agree. It's a. I wouldn't say mellow. I wouldn't say like put me on my ass. I would say somewhere in the middle. Like
it's almost like a 50-50.
I mean,
honestly, if you're going between the two,
I don't know, a little bit more in the body because I feel like just chilling right now rather than like talking.
Okay, I'm a little bit on the opposite. I'm not.
That's cool.
Completely like that at the moment.
That's cool.
But I want to get Kyle's take. What were you thinking on the end in the middle, Kyle?
Middle, I would match what I did for the beginning.
The taste, so 8.5.
Huh?
Taste.
Yeah, exactly. No,
8.5.
Oh. 8.5. What did I have? What taste?
You had 8.5
taste is what number?
Taste was 8.5, and then you gave Ash 9.
What number in the ranking though?
Taste was
no, I mean, is it like
4.
The fourth thing? 8.5 is what I put for taste, and then exactly. But then I would go 9 for the end because it
impressed you there at the end, right? Because it tasted the same. It just
stayed the same. Yeah, exactly. And at the end, that's a flex.
Dude, 100%. I agree. I say that all the time. I'm like, dude, if you can taste the same without all that buildup, and it's easy to pull through. Like if you can smoke it down the roach, if I'm gonna smoke it down the roach, I'm just like, wow. So, but price, I put a 8.5.
Same as per.
Like I said, it was definitely above average, but if that would have been like $25, $30, I would have been like, damn. Like, you know what I mean? But so like a little above average, maybe 8.5.
8.5. I mean, that's still below $40, which is still pretty decent.
I like the buzz.
It's just almost about $10 a gram.
My thing is though, I would definitely get it again.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my thing. Like,
agreed.
Maybe not this MAC1, but I would try GhostBuster, especially if I saw it for under 40 an eighth. Like,
I would consider this like a nice daytime weed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Like a nice daytime weed. It's like that's where it
nice
belongs.
Weekend daytime read. You know what I mean? Because you still get a little body buzz.
I feel good.
I definitely have a
like
body
on the
buzz.
Boat or some shit, just like on the beach, like nice beach buzz.
Yeah, for sure. I'm one to get like antisocial and not speak as I smoke, and like I still feel like the urge to be social, right? So it is one of those like weeds that fit in that type of situation, I think.
Nice. Well, I gave it a 9 on R&R because I like I said, from that first initial open to the ending, I just kept getting more and more like nice. So I'm gonna definitely try it again. So
yeah, I'm same with you on that, Groovee. I gave them a 9. I'll probably buy it, try their flower again, especially because of the covert cups they're affiliated with. That's always been really good. This flower overall hit pretty well. Taste is good. The ash was good. Had an oil line. Smell.
Agreed.
So it's hitting on many of the categories, and that's what I look for when I'm looking for different products. So
did we get price and stuff from you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 9. Price. But
yeah, overall
9 as well, dude. I paid for like $55 and $60 for Ace that have been trash, seriously, where I was super disappointed. And like they looked dank, but looking at it, I'm like, there's no way. Like good bud never looks like this. It looks too good to be true, and it was.
So then on the high end R&R, you're doing 9s too?
Huh? Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely. It's a good bud. Can't go wrong.
So it seemed like it passed everybody.
Yeah, overall, GhostBudsters Farms gets a stamp of approval by MiCannaCast and our special guest, Kyle. Thank you, man.
As always,
we're here to advocate,
educate,
and inspire. Till next time, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.